I don't want to name any company or anything like this. I did watch a video about influencers and about the sponsorships they take. I think this is a good segue. Not gonna name the company, but I was watching videos and saying that their deliverables, they get a not a contract, I think a contract, and then it's like they get they get a contract, and what happens is that they change the deliverables afterwards because these like small influencers are willing to work with these large companies, and these large companies, I wouldn't even say that large, I would say like medium-sized companies are taking advantage of these influencers and saying it's like, hey, it's like we'll pay you X amount, which might not even be that much. If you promote our product to your audience, and then they go and they email them later and say it's like, well, your video is not doing as well as we would want to see. The retention is not that great. The video, like the length, they find some problem with it, and they don't pay out the YouTuber. Usually what ends up happening is like, they're like, hey, we'll send you more product. It's like you could redo it again, but then that's additional videos, more of
you're just making more free content.
Yeah, so I feel like, it is, while it is exciting to work with like these companies and to get advertisement, I think it's like you really have to see the full picture and be like, well, it's like I can work with this company, but at the same time, it's like it looks good to other companies that you've worked with this company, but at the same time, if they're not, like, I feel like if they're not treating you right, at the end of the day, it's like your content and you're putting this behind them and they haven't treated you well, it kind of becomes like a mixed bag of like, you know what, it's like this company hasn't been the best to other content creators, but now this other content creator is promoting them. I don't know how I feel about this, and at the end of the day, it's your reputation on the line, because this company is like, they're willing to drop you at any moment and be like, hey, we're not affiliated with you. This contract says that it's like you broke the clause, you need to take this video down, and then it's like, it's very hard.
I feel like at that point it's like a risk versus reward. Like, does the risk of you having a bad experience outweigh the benefit of having any type of sponsor at a small level?
Yeah.
Additionally, my thought is that I feel as though influencers have the opposite effect as well, where he's like, I pay you in influence, why would you give me this for free? He's like, well, I'm giving you like visibility and all this other stuff. And it's like, well, no, you just need to pay for the thing. It's like, okay.
I'll give you a hot take right now.
Oh no!
I think it's not even a hot take. I think a lot of people agree with it. Yeah. I think that influencers should pay for things like that.
Like what?
Like, let's say because I've seen this a lot, and I've seen this so much.
Mr. Beast burgers?
No, not Mr. Beast burgers.
I shouldn't pay for Mr. Beast burgers?
I think you should pay for Mr. Beast burgers, but no. I've seen influencers who have emailed like literally like small businesses and be like, hey. It's like, I think it's like, hey, it's like I would like to use your service, and I could pay you like with exposure. And the people are like, hey, I can't eat off exposure. I need to get paid. And they're like, hey, but as you're missing an opportunity. And I'm like, dude, I mean, like, he told you that, they told you that they want to get paid, and you're still pushing on this.
Yeah, and then you should just walk away at that point.
Yeah, I think that. I feel like some influencers take it too far to the extreme and like say it's like
entitled.
Like entitled. And I think that that's not. I think that's not great, because I think that in cases like that, it's like if someone wants to work with you, they would reach out instead of you reaching out and doing that. Like, I've seen people reach out to hotels and they're like, hey, it's like, I want a free night. It's like, I'll post like 6 pictures on my thing. You'll get a lot of exposure. And I'm like, I just feel like I wouldn't be able to do that. Maybe it's not in my moral. And, people always say it's like, if you don't ask, it's like you never know what could happen. And I'm like, I don't know. I feel like I still wouldn't want to go through that.
So you're saying you have certain standards?
I do. Yes, I do have certain standards. I
feel like if you reach out to corporate, that's like different though.
It is different if you reach out to corporate, but like for me, in my channel, and because I do like, I'm gonna plug myself in. I'm gonna plug myself in really quick. I do reviews on clothing and stuff like that. on my YouTube channel.
Cut that out.
Oh, we'll cut that out. I've done some things on my channel. No. I feel like I wouldn't be able to, like, I wouldn't go through and ask companies because I feel like it's not authentic to me. Unless
What's your channel name?
No. I'm not gonna plug that in. They'll be able to find me because I'm gonna link eventually back here.
In the community tab.
In the community post. Yeah. So, I feel like I wouldn't reach out to these smaller or larger companies, and say it's like, hey, I would want to review your stuff. I feel like for me, it's like I like to purchase my own things, review them, and give an honest opinion. I think even though if I would to receive anything, I feel like I would give an honest opinion, even if companies wouldn't want to work with me anymore. But I'm just saying that's my moral standards. Unless it's Raid Shadow Legend or it's gambling, and then I would take it right away, and because those are core to me. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't. No, I don't think I would.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That was really good for you to read all of that off the script. Thank you.
Oh yeah. That was all off my script.
I think that's a good because like you're taking more of a journalistic approach to the whole thing, where like you wouldn't to get a true fair review is that if you had spent your own money on the product, like how would you feel? Because if you had got the product for free, you might have a different opinion on the product. Like, oh, a free pair of glasses is different if you paid like $30 or $50 or $100 on a pair of glasses. Like, oh, I got these free glasses at like a concert. Like, yeah, they're good for free glasses, but like, if you had to actually pay your money for it, then like, that's has a different feeling and it has different like standards associated with it.
Let me talk to you about this thing that was a few weeks ago called Lashgate. I watch a lot of channels. I watch a lot of T channels.
Is this a different topic?
No, it's the same topic.
Okay.
And let me talk about Lashgate. And essentially, what happened is like this creator, TikTok creator, obviously not a YouTube creator, a lot worse. We don't like TikTok here. No, I'm just kidding. It's just I haven't used TikTok, and besides the point. But this, yes, Lashgate is that this influencer went through and they put on. They were trying on a product. It was like I forgot what it is, but they were trying on a product like to make lashes like more bold. And what they did is that they put false eyelashes, and they said that it was the product. And then it and then it like they were trying to sell off that it made the product look like you were wearing like false eyelashes. But this lady actually, I think she did put on false eyelashes, so that was the whole drama around it, and saying like, oh, it's like you're not being honest. What else haven't you been honest on? And people went back to old videos and saw that like, hey, you flip-flopped on some of these things before where you said it was good, and now you're saying that it's bad. And then it just discredits them to their audience, and you can't really trust them whenever they do like a paid promotion.
That is true. I feel like when your brand is yourself, you only have like, if you're gonna like lie or anything like that, like that's you. Like once you get rid of your credibility, it's like, it's over. It's like, well, you could try to make it back, but like people can always refer back. It's like, oh, but you actually have done this in the past, and et cetera, et cetera. So it's like in the content creation, like you can take the easy money, but like I think it's always better to be just authentic, because like if it is what it is, like at some point someone's gonna call you out like, oh, these things don't make your eyelashes look like that no matter what you do. Like someone was gonna find you out, like, and expose you for whatever that you were doing. Like it was just a matter of time.
Yeah, I am a big fan of like, people do
fake
change.
Eyelashes? Oh.
No, people do change, and like if people like own up to the mistake that they have made, and if like they come out and say this, maybe I'm just a little naive about it, but I give them the benefit of the doubt. And like if like a content creator, like I want to say like Logan Paul, because I feel like he had changed so much. And you know, the person he was like 10 years ago or like 5 years ago is not the same person he is now, but he's still scamming people.
So he's not that.
He's still scamming people. Yeah, but between that time frame, before all of the crypto zoo stuff, I was like, yeah, you know, he might have changed and whatever.
That's true. And then obviously
finds out you can. Then it's like you had ruined credibility. Like you changed a little bit, but then we found out that you're still doing the same stuff.
Or like still surrounding yourself with like people that are putting bad, like bad ideas in your head. Like maybe he did change, but like he still surrounds himself with like people that aren't, the best of people. So like even in that case, like, oh, you're just like, it's like, yeah, like, oh, the person's changed. Like, but I mean, the people they hang around with is the same. It's like they're still bad and like bad influence. Oh, they could convince you like it's good, but then like you're getting wrapped up in these bad things.
Yeah,
could swear it's good.
Yeah, I think it's crazy. I think honestly, like I think content creation in the space is crazy. I think that there's a lot that you have to be mindful of. Mr. Beast has been killing it, but he still gets a lot. He gets a lot of hate, especially that last video he did about like I cured 1,000 people blindness.
There was another one that just popped up for me, like in my newsfeed. It was like, oh, people are upset that he gifted a waitress a car or something like that.
Oh, what the heck?
I'm like, oh, okay, I guess.
Yeah, it's I think it's I guess it's just a lot of influencer drama. It's a lot of influencer drama, and we're here literally ingesting it.
We're here trying to entertain everybody,
That is true.
We just say things, and hopefully people find it entertaining or like it resonates with them somehow.
And I want to reiterate, we've only lost money on this podcast.
We made
so this is
$0.
The honest truth. I think we're at like 36 minutes.
That's great. Yeah,
that is a long. That's a long thing.
Yeah.